Hi everyone, and welcome again to Be Brave, Be You. I'm going to be highlighting different topics at least twice a week. A lot of you have been telling me, sending me some messages regarding, hey, you should talk about different topics. So that's what I'm doing. And the first topic that I thought about really resonated to me. Just I kept on hearing from different people. This topic about, I'm not meeting my goals. I'm behind. I keep on doing the same stuff. I'm procrastinating, not meeting my goals, not meeting my dreams. Well, I want to talk to you about don't fall in love with the promise. What do I mean by that? Don't fall in love with the promise. A lot of times you think about what could have been, what should I be doing, what steps should I be taking to achieve that dream, to achieve that goal. And sometimes we in our heads think about what could be, and we don't think about, just kind of letting things roll, letting things kind of happen for us. Sometimes you have to be still. Sometimes you have to kind of see what's going on in your environment, kind of feel, what works for you, because what works for you may not work for someone else, and someone else that's doing a certain thing might not work for you. So you have to keep that in mind. How many times have you disappointed yourself and said, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna lose a certain amount of pounds, I'm gonna do that marathon that I've been talking about forever. But what happens is when you keep on putting stuff within you and keep on adding those goals, but you don't really have a solid plan in place, or you don't put up a process together, you keep on disappointing yourself. And the more you disappoint yourself unconsciously, what's going on in your head is that all those disappointments create some fear. What do I mean by that? Sometimes it creates the spirit of fear because you're always trying to do things and meet certain expectations that perhaps you're not doing. And it creates fear for you to do the next goal or the next thing that you want to do, because you're fearful that you're not going to achieve it, or you're going to fall behind on your goal. So I encourage you to try something different. Because of fear, perhaps you're not stepping out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. Try different things. Maybe certain things might create more happiness for you, may fulfill you in certain ways that you didn't expect them to fulfill you in. So try to get rid of certain expectations and certain illusions of what you want, of grandness of whatever you want to achieve. Keep that in mind, of course, but again, just work on one thing at a time. And, try and see it through, be consistent, see it through until you achieve it, and then move on to the next one. But you have to let fear go, because if you don't let fear go, you're not going to move on to the next level. Think about it like this. It's like almost like a stairway. If you're afraid to get to the top, and then how are you going to take those small little steps to get to the top? So I do challenge you to not, don't fill your head with different promises of what could be, or what could have been, or what it should have been. What could have happened. Instead, fall in love with the process. What do I mean by that? Fall in love with the process means, fall in love with, for example, let's say I have a goal of, waking up at 5:30 in the morning, which I have been challenging myself with. I've been trying to do that forever, and I still have not been able to do it. So instead of, just kind of thinking about it, challenge yourself to, fall in love with that process, and maybe try it out one time. Do it twice, do it 3 times, do it 5 times a week. And then you're going to start looking at some of the benefits that it's creating for you. You're going to start seeing that you're using that time to read a book, You're using that time to pray, read your Bible, maybe do some exercise. You might find things that you didn't expect to find. So it is important to leave your comfort zone, because is it comfortable for me to wake up at 5:30 in the morning? No. So, but what could I have been achieving during that time? Maybe that could be my personal development time, So that's what I mean by falling in love with the process. Do things that challenge you, that get you out of your comfort zone. Because if you fall in love with doing those things, even though they're uncomfortable, you're going to get to a point where you're going to be like, oh yeah, I could do that. What's next? What else do I need to achieve? Or what other goal do I want to, accomplish? That's what I mean by, falling in love with the process. Look at how you might change throughout the process as well. You might get stronger as a person. You might find things about yourself that you didn't know about before. You will, find things that will help you grow. You will also find ways in which you can empower other people or help other people. For some of you, it might be very important, just to kind of, spend more time with your family, do things hobbies that you enjoy. And I know that we're all busy, that, most of us work a 9 to 5 or more than 5 p.m. Job, some of you might be working like 80 hours a week. So you have to find that space, right? You have to find the process that works for you. And the only way that you're going to find that is by making time for yourself. So I highly encourage you to think about that. Today I got this idea about the lion. And that, as a matter of fact, they were talking about it at Mass. And it really, really resonated with me, because the lion, did you know that the lion has a lion tamer, right? So the lion tamer, did you know that when the lion tamer goes into the lion's cage, it has to have no fear? I mean, they cannot have an ounce of fear. If the lion detects how much fear that person has, the lion tamer has, upon getting into that cage, they could be attacked. Did you know that? It was really interesting to me, because, sometimes I envision myself, and I envision how many other people kind of get into that same mode where, you go into this cage, which, let's say the cage is all your problems, all of your circumstances that you're facing, and you come into it with a fear. Well, you got to get rid of that fear. You got to get out of your comfort zone in order for you not to be attacked, so that you could go ahead and do what you need to do when you get into that cage with that animal or with that situation. So that was really impactful for me, just how fear impedes a lot of people from doing what they need to do. If you're spending time in things that are not helping you, make sure that you make time for those things that do. I'm not saying that we're perfect, it's not going to be perfect, but just keep at it, keep on working at it. Something good will result out of it. So don't be too hard on yourself either, but do make the time to spend time with yourself and be able to create what it is that you want to create and the impact that you want to have and make a difference in the world. So that's just a little bit of that. Just wanted to give you my thoughts about that. Comment below down in the video, just to give me your thoughts about, share with me some thoughts about when you've been uncomfortable, in what situations. What have you done to get out of that comfort zone? What have you done to fall in love with the process and not necessarily, with the promise? Because the promise will come, but you need to follow the process first in order to achieve the promise. So I hope this helps you. Stay tuned for the next topic. I'm excited to do these videos for you guys. Let me know what else could be helpful for you. And I'm excited about our next Be Brave Sheroes that will be interviewed. Stay tuned for that. We're going to have the marvelous Jacqueline Camacho, a renowned speaker, motivator on our show. And also we're going to have a live cooking demo. So it's going to be very exciting. I'm very pumped up about it. And there's so much other projects that are along the lines that, you know, I'm just so excited about. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you so much for your time and enjoy the weekend. Bye bye, guys.